Back in the mid-1980s, hip-hop was still growing. It hadn't yet reached its full power, but it was already shaping a new culture. At that time, DJs controlled the spotlight, spinning records, scratching beats, and setting the vibe, while most MCs simply kept the energy alive by hyping up the crowd. Lyrics were often basic, with rhyme schemes that repeated and routines that followed a familiar pattern. But something in the air was shifting. A deeper sound, a sharper message, and a more poetic form of storytelling were waiting to emerge. It was in this moment of transformation that a DJ from Queens named Eric Barrier, known in the scene as Eric B, began looking for someone with real lyrical skill. He didn't want just another party MC. He wanted a voice that could elevate his beats into something meaningful. During his search, Eric B crossed paths with a young man from Long Island, William Griffin Jr., who would soon take the name Rakim Allah. Rakim was quiet but observant, calm yet confident. While others were busy shouting rhymes, he was writing intricate verses in a notebook. He studied Islamic teachings, read poetry, and carried a presence that demanded respect without needing to be loud. His approach to rap was thoughtful and precise, with a tone of wisdom far beyond his years. Unlike other MCs, Rakim didn't just rhyme for rhythm. He crafted ideas and emotions into words. It didn't take long for Eric B to realize he had found someone completely different from what the hip-hop world had seen before. Their connection was instant. Eric B had the beats, rich, soulful, layered with samples. And Rakim had the words, full of depth, rhythm, and control. Together they formed a duo that would soon reshape the entire sound of rap. Eric B gave Rakim the space to explore his voice, and Rakim brought a level of intellect and flow that turned each track into a work of art. It wasn't just about music anymore, it was about evolution. Eric B and Rakim were about to lead hip-hop into a more serious, respected, and poetic era. In 1986, they recorded Eric B is President, their first single. It exploded in New York. Their chemistry was instant. Soon after, they dropped their debut album, Paid in Full. This was more than just music. It was the birth of something larger. Eric B and Rakim's arrival signaled a shift in the culture. Their debut didn't just entertain, it challenged everything rap was expected to be. Rakim didn't come in shouting for attention or tossing empty boasts. Instead, he used quiet confidence and a poet's precision. His verses were intelligent, full of meaning, and wrapped in complex rhyme schemes. He sounded calm, controlled, yet powerful. Like he knew exactly what he wanted to say and how to say it. While Rakim refined the lyrical side, Eric B shaped the sound. His beats were bold and dynamic, drawn from deep crates of soul and jazz records. He brought the groove of classic music into the raw world of hip-hop, blending old with new in a way that had never been done. His use of samples wasn't random, it was masterful. The rhythms he built gave Rakim the perfect foundation to rhyme over, setting a new standard for hip-hop production. Together, their style sounded both fresh and classic, sophisticated and street, gritty and smooth, all at once. The result was explosive. Their breakout track, Paid in Full, didn't just climb charts, it carved its place into the DNA of hip-hop. The song had global appeal. It spread far beyond New York's boroughs and reached listeners across countries and cultures. DJs spun it at block parties, clubs, and radio stations worldwide. The chemistry between Rakim's thoughtful delivery and Eric B's timeless production created a sound that people couldn't ignore. They weren't just making records, they were creating a movement that would influence generations. Rakim's rhyme style was brand new. He used internal rhymes, complex patterns, and stayed calm on the mic. No one had heard anything like it. His verses weren't just rhymes, they were poetry. Other rappers started copying his style. He didn't just make songs, he made blueprints. Young artists looked up to him. The way he rapped changed the rules. Eric B also brought something special. His scratching, mixing, and beat choices gave every track power and rhythm. Together, they were unstoppable. After the success of their debut album, Eric B and Rakim didn't slow down. They followed it with more legendary records. Follow the Leader, Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em, and Don't Sweat the Technique. Each new project pushed their sound further, proving they weren't just a one-time success. They were growing as artists, taking risks and exploring new ideas. Every album built on the last, showing evolution in both their music and their message. Fans could hear the duo mature with each track, and the industry began to understand that they were more than just hit makers. They were innovators. Rakim's lyrics became even more powerful. He wasn't just rapping to rhyme, he was speaking about knowledge, self-worth, and inner strength. His words inspired listeners to think deeper and value themselves. In a time when many rap songs focused on fame and flash, Rakim brought wisdom and reflection. Meanwhile, 𝐓𝐇𝐈𝐒's sound grew more refined. He layered his beats with jazz, funk, and soul, giving their music a smooth, rich texture that stood apart. His production felt timeless, something you could vibe to whether you were at a party or just thinking alone. One track that stood out from their catalog was Microphone Fiend. It became a favorite among MCs everywhere, a true anthem for those who love the craft of rhyming. The energy, the hunger, and the lyrical brilliance in that track made it unforgettable. Later, with Don't Sweat the Technique, the duo proved they could evolve with the changing sound of the 90s while staying true to who they were. They didn't chase trends, they set them. That ability to grow without losing their identity is what made 𝐓𝐇𝐈𝐒 and Rakim true legends in hip-hop history. But even legends face problems. In the early 90s, legal issues and business troubles caused tension. In 1992, the duo split. 𝐓𝐶 went his own way. Rakim started a solo path. Fans were sad, but their work had already left a huge mark. Even after they stopped making music together, their impact stayed strong. Rakim released solo albums like The 18th Letter and The Master. His solo career had moments of glory, but people always remembered the magic of the duo. 𝐓𝐶 stayed behind the scenes but remained respected in the industry. In 2016, they reunited for live shows. The world cheered. Hip-hop fans young and old came together to see the Masters return. 𝐓𝐶 and Rakim were more than just artists. They were pioneers. They didn't follow trends. They set them. Rakim made lyrics deeper, 𝐓𝐶 made beats richer. Without them, there's no Nas, no Eminem, no Kendrick Lamar. Everyone from Jay-Z to 𝐄𝐍_𝐒 gives them credit. They opened doors and set the standard. From the corners of New York to stages worldwide, 𝐓𝐶 and Rakim changed hip-hop forever. Their voice, their message, their sound still echo today. So next time you hear a clever rhyme or a smooth beat, remember the duo that helped build the foundation. Respect the architects, salute the legends,